Hi friends, it's Em and welcome back to another video. Today I am setting up my March monthly, this time with a little added twist. So I decided to actually use the pages in my planner, so surprising, but actually use the March overview page as well. So I'm setting that up at the same time. So that does mean that there will be a lot of flipping between pages. So just buckle up, be ready for that. But let's get into my March goals and sort of just what's going on with me this month. It's a pretty calm month, all things considered. And part of that is because I have decided that in the month of March, that I'm just not planning things in advance. I'm going with the flow, or I guess more appropriately, I will not be the one planning. If someone asks me if I want to do something, I will say yes, and then I will put it in my planner. But I'm trying to just not overschedule myself. Sometimes I would have it where I would have something every single night, and I was just freaking tired. So the only two events that are in my planner for the month are a trip to California for work and book club, because that's how we do. So you may be wondering, well, if you're not doing anything, how are you going to spend your time? And that's the thing. So we're gonna see how this goes. I went through and I set up my little sort of goals sidebar, which I really like. I like keeping everything there so it's all in one place, and then being able to flip back and forth when I'm setting weekly actions to sort of get myself moving towards those goals. So in personal, I want to bake a new dessert recipe. I used to love baking, and then I don't really know. I don't know why I fell out of it. But I want to do that. Part of that is in line with one of my habits that I want to cultivate, which is eating in. So maybe I'll be going out to the bakery a little bit less. And out to eat, which it works in two forms, because I'll be saving money. And it's, food you cook at home is generally a little bit healthier than the food that you get at a restaurant. I also want to work on my skincare routine, seeing as I don't currently have one. I have some products that sit on a shelf and get dusty, but I do not have a routine. So I kind of want to get in on that. For fun, so my friends in February came and they gave me a Nintendo gift card, and they said this is for Little Kitty Big City. So I have that downloaded and I'm very excited to play it. I did not finish playing Stray. I will get back to it, but it is very long and it's really depressing. I want to play happy games right now. I want to play happy cozy games. This is not a happy cozy game. And then also I have on here just take pictures, because at the end of each month I want to be able to do that little monthly recap, and it's kind of hard when I don't have any pictures. It's also just nice to look back at the memes. For work, so work is really social media. That's what I'm considering work here, because I have my own goals for my actual job. It's to post 4 YouTube videos, 10 Instagram posts, and maybe debut a Substack. Maybe, I don't know. For the most part, that would be for Joyful Chaos, but it could be for something more. I just don't know if anyone really want to hear from me, so we'll see about that. For my relationships, I want to make the Joyful Chaos retreat itinerary and then plan the Chicago trip with my parents. Same week. Very excited. Double dipping on that a little bit. And one of my goals last month was to start the Peloton strength program, which I did not do. So I transferred it because I still want to do it. I actively want to get stronger because it makes my back pain and hip pain reduce. Win-win. But I also want to set up my yearly physical. The good news is that they said that I had to do it after March 18th, which means I don't have to call until after March 18th because I hate phone calls. In my personal development, it says schedule less on the calendar as well as hike Baker Creek. February was too busy. There was too much stuff going on. I couldn't just say, oh, let's go hike. That's not going to be the case in March. Woo! For financial, I want to file my taxes. I have already submitted my taxes. I just need my CPA to tell me what I have to do. Hopefully they say you get a whole bunch of money back. That'd be great. And the dining out low spend that I mentioned. And then finally, this honestly might be the most important thing, is that I really want to find a cozy lamp for our living room. Because our living room is kind of a cave. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing that it's a cave because it's where we watch TV. But I do also want to be able to spend time in there at night and plan and embroider and all that stuff. And it's too dark to do that now. So, yeah. We also have some fireplace issues that we kind of need to fix and then paint over because the spray foam that we bought is white. And yeah, it's just that's not the move. And I have my little area for my socials tracking and sort of just figuring out miscellaneous things. What I'm excited about for March is this monthly overview. So with this overview, it's just, on the left-hand side, it's focusing on the boundaries that you're setting, how you can carve out time for self-care, which it's interesting that these change each month. Because, you would think that you could do the same thing every month, but it's not necessarily the case. So, for example, last month it was cold and terrible and awful, so, taking a 15-minute walk around the block was not an option. Not doing it. This month, it's been 60 degrees every day, so yeah, I'm going outside. It's awesome. And then we have the area for intentions, habit tracking, etc. And how I'm going to end up actually using the right-hand side of this spread is just things to remember in March. So these are things where I don't know when it's going to happen. I might not even know what it's going to be, but I know it's going to, and just that it needs to be in my head. So for example, one thing is some hotels and plane tickets that I need to buy, a birthday gift I need to send, and then just some game night stuff. And I really like it because if I'm thinking in my head, I'm oh man, I want to do that, but I don't want to do it this week. Well, in the little sidebar, I don't like writing things down that I know I'm not gonna do, but now there's a space for it. And that's kind of nice. My sort of intention for the month is to make larger steps in health and wellness. So trying new movement methods, really trying to reduce my cholesterol. I have a problem, and that problem is that I love French fries. And if I get them deep fried, which is the most delicious way, it's not great for my cholesterol. However, we do have an air fryer, so that's great. I also want to up my exercise frequency, which kind of has to do with the new movement methods, just moving my body more and more often so that I don't get bored. I also want to be sort of mindful or intentional with my spending. So this month in February, something that I did that I really enjoyed and I thought was really effective for me was that I only let myself place one Amazon order for the entire month. Just one. And so what that kind of forced me to do was either put it in my cart for later, or just I'd take some time to mull it over and I'd go, oh no, I actually don't need that. I have 27 blankets at home already. I don't need another blanket. And then along with this, with the intentional spending, is also to prioritize small businesses. So, Gil and I, when we can, we try to go to our local plant store, our local bakery, etc. And even if it means spending a little bit more money, it means that that money is going back into our local economy rather than into some billionaire's pocket. So that is sort of where we're at on that. And I liked it. I really did. We finally got Miss Janet Craig, our new plant, all set up with some rocks to keep her upright. She's looking great. That was one of the big things in February, was I wanted to get my new plant. This is also kind of a fun little February review, because I can flip back and see, like, what did I want to do in February. And really, I think the big thing that I wanted to do, I just didn't know it, was to make more time for myself. And so what that meant is that a lot of things in my sidebar did not get done, because they were not truly things that I wanted to do. They were things that I had to do, or that I thought I had to do. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Things that were not on my February list were, kind of setting up a new home office. What I had done on there was I had just put the wallpaper, but once I got the wallpaper, I was like, oh man, I want to get the monitors, get that all sort of configured. And I mean, I'm turning around to look at it right now. I really like it. It's not perfect, right? Like, the wallpaper is like 1 inch shy of where it's supposed to be. So then I had to like cut out matching pieces to align them, and I'm still missing pieces. And at that point, I'm like, well, you know what? Close enough. If it really bugged me, I could cover up certain elements of it. There's like this 3 to 6 inch strip that's just open, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It doesn't really bug me, but, it also does kind of, so we shall see. I also feel, like February had so much going on, and I'm excited to get a little bit of time to relax in March. I'm practicing saying no. That's a big thing. So there was some work travel that I was supposed to go on, and it would have made life very difficult for me, because I would have had 2 work travel trips back to back. And so I said no, and it was fine. Everything was fine. So I'm hoping that, this month of March really helps me firm up some of my boundaries and gives me a chance to breathe and reprioritize and, actually have the mental and physical health to be able to say yes to things. So I hope that, March is a great month for you as well. And I'm interested to know what your goals in March are. Especially, your goals, your intentions, what's your focus for March? Because I know that, everybody has different things going on. So I'm just interested. Also, let me know if you like the little March overview and the March monthly in the same video. I feel like doing 2 separate might be a little bit redundant, but I don't know. As always, happy planning.